What are you thinking when you see Sheldon?
About what the defense did to be able to shut them down again and get in the fourth quarter to allow the offense to get the ball back and continue to score?
Yeah, I just think it's all of us being on the same page. But like, obviously, I think we talk about as a team what everybody did to pull this game out. I feel like on all phases of the game, some things didn't go the way we wanted it, but we stayed resilient. We stayed persevering. Everybody kept doing their job to the best of their ability. And I really feel like everybody showed it was their best version of themselves today. And that's how we got the outcome we got.
What's the key to being able to stay positive and stay up when you're down by 19?
Man, we talk about this every single week. What's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the next mentality? And something don't go right, how are we going? And I think Coach did a really good job the night before. It's like, man, something's going to happen in this game. But what's our attitude going towards the next play? How can we lift each other up? And as we've been having leadership meetings, like, how can we sustain when something doesn't go right, keeping everybody's energy right? And I think it's just a testament to the leadership group. First, D'Amico, just of how he's running the program, man, and just instilling in us, man, like, keep having that same mentality, keep showing up, keep fighting, never quit. He showed an awesome video of a boxer dislocated his shoulder and end up in the 6th round knocking his opponent out with one hand, man. I really think it touched all of us last night.
What's in your mind as Rank is rumbling down the field?
Bro, I was just telling him, literally, I was like, bro, I was so excited. I said, I missed you before, but I said, you really my dog, because I know he was so tired, but we got this little celebration that we doing this like this. And I said, bro, I know you was tired, but you still did it. But I'm so happy for him, man. He puts in the work every day, and it's just a testament to who he is as a person and a player.
Well, big picture, you talked about you needed this one.
Yeah.
And you did. You don't win, you're 3-6. You're 4-5. You're kind of in the thick of things.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the significance of the game? What do you
we really needed that win, man. And I think as a team, you can just see the camaraderie. You can see how everybody really wanted this win as well. You can see how we kept fighting all quarters for however long it took. Nobody got discouraged. Everybody kept fighting. And I just think that shows us how the team we have.
Talk about what you saw from Davis Mills today. Talk about what you saw from Davis Mills.
Man, I just seen a lion. I seen a lion on the hunt all day, man. The way he led his troops, man, down the field, up and down the field, man. He's a star, and I'm happy to have him. He's a blessing to this team. Whenever your number is called, his number was called, and he delivered for us, man, and it's really big for him and his team.
The offense has taken a lot of heat this year for lack of production. Just to see them have success and win today, how good does that just make you?
Man, I feel like they've been good all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all in this together. There's no one side this, one side that, man. Those guys have been doing a really good job on offense, man, sustaining drives, getting in the end zone, doing all that. And it's just how much consistent can we be on all bases of the game. That's going into next week, and I'm excited to keep rolling with those guys.
What did you see?
Nico, the comeback, the 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. What's this feel like, this win?
Man, it's a phenomenal win, man. We needed this win. We know what type of team they were over there, man, but we know we really need this win, man. Home field advantage. We came out of executing. We started off a little slow, but we finished. That's all that matters, how you finish. We came out executing and we finished.
You've expressed your belief many times in Davis. What did you see from Davis Mills?
Yeah, man. Davis being Davis, man. Calm, collected. He make plays. It's a reason. He started today. And we had to go out and make plays for him, man. And we know he was going to be calm and collected the entire game. So we had to go out there and make plays for him. So I think that's what we did today, for sure, all 4 quarters.
What do you think changed in the fourth?
What allowed you guys to stay up and stay in it despite being down 19 points in the fourth quarter?
It's a long game. You got to play all 4 quarters. You go down in the lead, man, you just got to keep going, one play at a time, because anything can happen, as you can tell, But you got to keep chopping wood, man. You just got to continue to go, continue to take one play at a time, and execute. And you execute, and good things like this happen, So we got to continue to be us, continue to watch this film, build on it, learn from it, and keep growing.
It's obviously crazy to watch. What's it like when you're involved in a comeback like that?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. It's like a party out there. I'm not gonna lie, because we was down, but we came out the half, man, humming, ready, trying to win, and came out with the dub. That's all that matters for sure.
Nico, big picture, you're 4-5. You have a chance to be 500 if you beat the Titans next week. Do you feel like this really salvages and kind of saves the season a little bit, keeps the season going?
Yeah. I feel like we got to take one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and continue to execute. We got Tennessee on the road, and it's another division game, so we know what we got to do to get out with the dub. So we got to go out, execute this week, watch the film, learn from it, and go out and grow.
Nonetheless, important though. Is it an important?
Oh yeah, for sure. Every game important, man. All the rest, the whole season important right now. We got a lot to finish, we got a lot to prove, and we got to continue to chop wood.
Do you think anything in particular changed in the fourth quarter, or anything with Davis?
People had to do a lot of things well to complete this comeback, especially the guy next to you. What did you think about what Danielle Hunter did?
Man, I got 2 in the back. I got the player on offense right here. I got the game ball, and then I got defensive player who got the game ball. So, hopefully I can get some luck that rubs off both of them and I can get the next one. I'm saying they both did a great job. Davis, obviously coming in as a backup, you don't get a lot of reps, you don't get a lot of looks, and so he had the whole week to prepare for it, and he's done what he's done from training camp, just showing up and just keep chipping away. Same thing with the defense. I think just rushing together, D Hunt is an elite pass rusher. 100+ sacks, one of however many guys who's ever done that in the league, and he just put that on display, and all of us was working together, rushing coverage.
You always tell me each game's the same, but you guys, if you hadn't won this game, it's a pretty deep hole. How pivotal is it for what it does for your season, big picture?
I mean, it is the same. It's 1-0 every week. Obviously, like when it's a division game, it weighs more just for seedings and things down the road. But yeah, when you pull out a win like this, I mean, you start off as bad as you can start off, turnover on special teams, turnover on offense, and they get 10 points up early. D'Amico, he showed us a video last night, and it was, about a heavyweight fight, and the guy whose shoulder dislocated, and he's fighting with one arm in the 6th round, and he just told us, like, whatever happens, no matter what, just keep fighting. And so you just see this guy, I don't even remember the guy's name, it was an old fight, and he just shows the guy knock this dude out with one arm while his other arm is dislocated. And, the message for us was just keep swinging. So all day, that's just what we kept thinking about. I'm like, bro, yeah, our shoulder was dislocated early. First quarter, come out the gate, they come up 10-0 and feeling good about themselves. I think it was 17-0 at one point or whatever. And I mean, yeah, you're feeling good about yourself, and rightfully so. You made plays, but you got to finish the game.
So Texans still have a puncher's chance then?
You said what?
Texans still have a puncher's chance then?
You just keep fighting. I don't know about that. You just keep fighting.
And you guys have had chances before to seal games as this defense, and today to get it done the way you did, how good does that feel for you guys?
Man, it feels great because, when we were in the meeting to start the week, Meek challenged the defense, and that's what he said. He's like, we say we're #1 defense in yards, points, all this stuff, but there's been multiple games where we've had the last chance, we've had the last play, and the other team scored points to win the game. Whether it was Denver, whether it was Tampa Bay early in the year, and it's like, if we're the best, then close it up. So I mean, as soon as offense scored, I didn't care if they got the 2-point conversion or not. I knew we were going to be up by 1 point or 3 points, and either way it went, we all looked at each other on defense this is exactly what we wanted, this is exactly what we asked for, so let's go show them.
Sees a little bit more on Davis, man. What did you just think of what he did for his team today?
I mean, just doing what he's always done, man. Just showed up, prepared. He doesn't really say much. Me and him jump around and laugh around all the time, but he just leads by example, and that's just a true pro. That's the best thing I can say, because a lot of guys, when you're in that backup role, regardless of the position, you kind of fade away and you kind of fall off. And quarterback, I feel like, is especially one of those positions where you're the backup quarterback, you might end up playing 10 snaps on the whole year, or you can be like this and play a full game. But he just showed up prepared and led the guys on offense and helped us get the win.
What are you guys saying to each other as this thing builds? It becomes obvious that you're going to have a chance. What's kind of the feeling, and what are you guys saying?
I mean, it's literally, and I genuinely mean it. I'm not trying to be an a-hole or nothing, but truly the same thing that I said from week 1. You got to show up. It's the NFL. It's the National Football League. There's no scripts. There's no stories that's written. You just got to show up, and every single week anything can happen. So why can't it happen in our favor? So we just show up with positivity, with faith and trust in God, and do the work. That's what we do.
Aziz, as the comeback's ongoing, are you starting to see maybe some things from their offense that they're stressing a little bit, that they're worried?
When you say their offense, our offense?
As their offense, the Jaguars, it's taking its toll on them as you guys are leading this comeback.
I mean, we just kept chipping away, just one play at a time. They made big plays throughout the game, even late in the game. They had plays, and we did too. We just had to keep swinging. So it was just back and forth, and just pulled out the win.
How do you describe the emotions in the locker room after a win like this?
Yeah, it's huge.
Derek, can you walk me through that interception that you had at the end of the first half to save some points for you all, and to be able to go into the half to regroup and come out and do what you all did?
Yeah, I mean, we was a man. And he just ran the under route, and the D line they got some good pressure. Especially Tim was talking about it the whole time. Like, I almost got there. But yeah, the D line they did their job, and then
talk about how good it was for Davis and his confidence to be able to have a comeback win like this.
Yeah, I mean, he been before. He know how to win. He do his job. I mean, it just look good. So.
And the defense being able to shut down Trevor Lawrence in the second half in order to give him those type of opportunities.
What's up? Well,
The defense shutting out Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense to be able to give Davis that opportunity to win the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's just offense, defense, special teams, just all working together and going out there and doing the whole performance. So I don't know, just playing together.
In the fourth quarter specifically, y'all, I think 3 straight 3-and-outs there in the fourth. Is there anything that was different there? Y'all just locked in?
I mean, everybody just doing their job. That's really all it is. So.
Aziz talked about D'Amico showing y'all a whole boxing match fight without a separated shoulder or something like that. Did you see? Do you remember that? Yeah, I was just saying, is that any kind of motivation to, like, even though you're wounded or whatever, you still show up?
Yeah, I mean, we all believe in each other, regardless of anybody else. We know when we out there on the field, it's just us on the field, so good.
Dick, last question I have for you, man. That when Rank is running into the end zone, man, what are you thinking? I
mean, what was that, 2023, I think? Well, he was like, he's done that before, like he getting the ball and scoring, and then this celebration was a little different because the whole team. But I'm just looking like, oh my God, like the stadium was going crazy, like everybody screaming, like it was crazy. All
right, appreciate it.
Take us through the touchdown, what Will did and what you did.
Yeah, so 3-man rush, just kind of playing for a scramble in the middle, kind of pushing the pocket. Just if one of my ends takes an inside move, I'll wrap him, contain it. Saw Will start to flush him, so I'm just kind of moving towards the ball. Will gets the ball out, ball lands right in my hands, and the athlete in me takes over. No point was I thinking about going down, not at all. Game was wrapped up. We won the game, so I figured, see what I can get, and I got it all. So it was a crazy, play in the moment. Like I said, had nowhere in the back of my mind, anywhere in the realm of possibilities was I thinking a touchdown in that moment. But once the ball landed in my hands, I let God handle the rest.
Were you a little surprised that the ball landed where it did?
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm just kind of mirroring Trevor's movement, so I'm just moving towards him. Once Will kind of hit the ball, I see the ball in the air, but it's still not registering to me that it's coming right to me. And then, like I said, once it landed like directly in my hands, I'm like, go for it. Once I got past all the linemen and stuff, I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna get there. But yeah, it was a crazy moment.
Like you said, the game's ending already. It's already over.
For sure,
That celebration the way you
absolutely,
have it.
I was about to say, there's no harm, no foul. If I get tackled or something, fumble, whatever, like, doesn't matter. We already won the game, so once it landed in my hands and I saw grass, I'm like, yeah, go for it, absolutely.
Because a lot of adversity coming into this game as far as with the injuries are concerned. A lot of people are out, and not an ideal way for you all to start the game in that first half. But what gave you all the confidence and the momentum in that second half to know that we can still win this thing?
Yeah, and I just think, we look back on every game we played, realistically, they've all kind of been one possession games, whether it's a play here, play there, drive here, drive there. We felt like we've always been close to pretty much winning every game, and then, so the message has been, throughout the week, even last night in our team meeting, night before the game meeting, just keep punching, just keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, and we'll find ourselves victorious at the end of it. So that's just kind of approach guys. The game didn't start the way we wanted it to. Our return touchdown, fumbles, different stuff like that, interception to start the game. As kind of as bad as you can kind of draw up a start for the game is kind of how it went. So, but it's a resilient group, a group of guys who just believe in not only themselves to go out and make plays, but the guy next to them. And when you got a group of guys who not only believe in themselves, but the guys around them collectively, you always got a shot, in this league. It only takes a few big plays here and there to shift momentum, and everybody knows, man. NFL games is damn near 80% momentum. How you can swing the thing. So once our offense started rolling, we knew as a defense, just look, get stops, get it back to them. They're rolling right now, and just for us come up with key plays when we needed them, and we were able to do that.
Sheldon, some of your teammates called this a must-win. And obviously the result, if you go to 3-6, it's hard to climb back. But now you could get back in the mix. What do you think, big picture, this thing does for you?
Yeah, 3-6 would definitely have been a hole. You look at us at 4 and 5. Get a division win, and then going on the road next week and try to get another one, kind of get us back to 500 and kind of evaluate from there. So listen, getting wins in this league is paramount. So to get this one today, in the fashion that we did, to be able to kind of use that momentum springboard, going forward, to kind of try to make this run. We don't stand by the record we have. We see ourselves as a truly elite team, and we look forward to going out there and trying to make a run at this thing.
Sheldon, this is your second touchdown in many years.
Did today? What did you think about the way he ran the offense, ran the team?
He did great. I was just saying, he was almost like too calm at times. Like he was so like collected, calm, easy. He was almost like too soft spoken. We're like, Davis, speak up. Like we need to hear play calls a little bit, but dude, he executed it. I'm sure he's gonna watch film like all of us and want a couple plays back. But at the end of the day, man, to be in nut cutting time at we were at the 14-yard line and run that ball in, hell of a play.
What does this mean for the season? Obviously, you got to keep chopping wood, like they say, one game at a time. But it seems like a significant victory.
It does. It feels like that, but it doesn't mean anything for the season. You know what I mean? This is a week-to-week business, brother. This win means nothing if you can't go out and stack up and do it again next week. So, that's ultimately we'll enjoy this today, but you got to be able to come back tomorrow and have that same fight, that same hunger, that same urgency. That's all going to get people back up ready for next week.
You're working the red zone. You're in tune with them, with everybody in the offense. And today, 4 red zone touchdowns after having some tough sledding previously the last 3 games. What does this mean to the red zone? What you guys are doing?
Dude, everybody always stresses the situations of the ball. The things that carry you through the situations are the execution that got you there. You can't get into those situations and all of a sudden start messing up. Luckily, we were able to overcome some of that. We had false start, delay. Dude, you can't put yourself in that situation. Keep finding a way to just do the little things, the minutia, the easy stuff, because you get in those situations, those fuck-ups get, magnified. When you have to back up from a 2, that's a big difference being at a 2 and a 7. So I think today just executing, and then in addition, finding a way to just overcome those moments that we shot ourselves in the foot big time.
Don, how did you feel like the defense really made things easier for this offense and allowed you all to make this comeback?
Dude, our defense has always brought juice. They've always brought energy. I feel like ever since I've been here, the defense really has set the tone. Just defensive-minded coach. Defense is D'Amico's baby. So I think seriously it runs through them sometimes, and in these situations, you need a play, you need to stop. That energizes us. They get a big play, they get a stop. The team gets a pick right before half. That's big time moments for us. So being able to play off them like that.
Okay, for sure. Jaden, just walk me through the last play where Davis ran that ball in. What was the type of feeling that you all were feeling?
Yeah, I was on the sideline, so I was turned. I was super excited. That guy got some wheels, and he just did what he needed to do for us to win the game. So definitely appreciative for him.
Not the ideal start that you all wanted in that first half. How were you able to regroup after halftime and do what you were able to do?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to the type of team that we have, the type of leaders that we have coming into halftime. Guys just, not dropping their head, but, staying confident in what we do and just going out there and performing when our number was called.
That last drive that you all had where Davis scored the touchdown, could you see a difference in him?
In Davis?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. I feel like he was the same even all game. He was, I just told the other guy that he was, feeding us confidence all throughout the game in the huddle. Like, come on, this is the drive that we're going to go down and score. So I feel like he was very even all game. Yeah. No matter what type of day it is, even since OTAs, he's always been the same type of guy. So, I feel like a lot of guys don't really, look at themselves as a backup. Rather, they just look at themselves as if their time is called, they're going to go in and make plays. So, yeah, he definitely did a great job.
Question, man, how did you guys pull that off? I mean, we just stuck together, offense, defense, and special teams. Halftime, we came in, we adjusted our game plans, and we went out there. We played ball.
And what did you think about what Davis Mills did down the stretch?
He did an incredible job, man. I remember halftime going in, I told him, man, you got a great defense. Just go out there and play you. And he just went up from there on.
Your view of his sprint to the end zone?
Oh, yeah, it was incredible, man. I saw him, took off, scrambled, and when we saw nobody in front of him, we knew he was about to score. So.
Daniil, to get this comeback, a lot of people had to contribute. You contributed 3.5 sacks and 4 QB hits. What was it about you getting off the ball today?
I mean, we just played together as a defense. Defensive line, we played together. I wouldn't have been able to do what I did if it wasn't for my defensive line doing their part. So we just played together.
Sheldon Rankins, some wheels?
Oh, yeah. I'm happy for him, man. When I saw that, I was like, okay. I knew it was going to be a touchdown.
This game,
the Jaguars had only 11 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. What did it mean to you guys to shut them down time after time to allow the offense to score the way they needed to?
I mean, I feel like we just locked in. I felt like we had a feeling in the game that we were going to come out on top, and we just locked in all together and we just kept playing.
And when did you get that feeling like, hey, we can finish this out?
I mean, it didn't seem like they were moving the ball or scoring or anything, so I feel like that's when we had the feeling.
Daniil, big picture, 4-5, chance to get to 500. You feel like this game kind of keeps the season going and playoff hopes alive?
I mean, we just got to review the game, lock in, and just look for the next opponent and see what we got to do in order to keep going.
Daniil, is this one of the craziest comebacks you've been a part of?
It's one of the craziest, yes. Yes, it is.
Nice to see for me.
What's it like for you to be, an observer from the outside, this being your first game, you get to affect change. What have you noticed, like in this game alone, how maybe this galvanized the squad going forward?
I think me having comfortability playing in this system and winning in this system with far less talent than what we have in this locker room, it's promising for me. I think it's just little pieces here and there, but we got to tune in, attention to detail, and lock in and just finish. It's grit. You know what I mean? Like that last drive, I think we were down. I don't know how many plays that last drive was, but to take it 95 or however many yards, and I think that's the identity that we want to have up front and just as an offense. You know what I mean?
Trent, is this the type of performance that you mentioned about locking in that can get you guys to lock in and go on a little bit of a run here?
I believe so. I mean, if we do that week in, week out, like I said, me as a spectator before now. I didn't week in, week out. There's no game where a team has just beat us. We've beaten ourselves, and even in the first half, we were beating ourselves. So to see us come back in the second half and go 26 on the 26-0 run, credit to the defense and credit to the offense to play complimentary football and come back for a major win, divisional win.
Physically, how did you feel? It's been a while since you played that much football. Were you feeling good about your stamina, about your leg?
I feel pretty good. I feel good, great actually. I surprised myself. You just never can tell. And with that being my first game, coming in mid-season, guys are already in mid-season form, and I'm coming in fresh. Hadn't played a down in over a year. It was nice for me to see that the work I've been putting in hadn't gone in vain, and I'm right where I should be.
What were the conversations like amongst you guys going into this game, knowing you guys were out, you guys were going in, like it was a whole bunch of new people? Like, what were those conversations like?
It wasn't really many conversations. It's football at the end of the day. Next man up mentality, and credit to Coach Popovich for having us ready.
What do you think allowed you to have your success in your first game this year, and go in there, step in and help?
I think me being an 11-year veteran, familiarity with the offense, and just the will to want to go in there and have a good showing. Honestly, I could not go in there and let them down. That gave me an opportunity to come in and play, and I had to take advantage of it.
Trent, you're in the huddle with Davis, and you've been in the huddle with a lot of quarterbacks. Dalton was saying he was almost too calm. Like, come on. What did you see from him, the poise, and obviously he's a quiet guy, but what did you got to know about him?
Davis I talk to Davis almost every day, just joking around and whatnot. But Davis is a super quiet, poised guy. Sometimes you got to just tell him to speak up a little bit, but other than that, man, he stepped up in a major way. Kudos to him.
The touchdown run, Have you seen it?
His?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think?
I got to block better.
He scored.
Yeah, he scored. But I won't say but. He scored.
Money Mills?
Money Mills.
And how good does it feel to be able to contribute as an offense to a win the way you guys did?
Just one day at a time. That's really been the message. Just taking it one day at a time, one play at a time, and from there, just win by win. 1-0 each week. You never know what can happen.
Choose different offensive line today.
Appreciate it, brother.
With all the injuries you guys had. How do you feel like you guys played together?
Definitely. We started off shaky for sure. I felt like as the game got going, we got in a little rhythm, got more comfortable. But just next man up mentality.
When did you find out you would rotate with City?
When I got put in mid-game. So, yeah.
Okay, so Saturday you don't know if you're playing at all?
No word, just preparing like I am.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you feel like the running backs did? I thought they were an underrated part of this game.
Yeah, no doubt. They were running hard. We were trying to give them holes, and sometimes you just got to run the ball hard, and that's what they were doing. Shout out to them.
If you don't win this game, you'd be 3-6,
Shaky,
and
yeah.
probably pretty hard to fight back.
No doubt.
So, but you are 4-5.
Mm-hmm.
You win again, you're more in the mix.
No doubt.
What's the significance of the game?
Yeah, that was a must-win game for sure. Like you said, you go 3-6, it's hard to get back from that. So we just got to take it 1 week at a time. Just keep going, keep stacking, and build off this momentum.
The win to get the win in spite of some stops and starts. How's this feel?
I mean, it feel good, man. I know all week we just preached about, looking forward. Don't look back. The past is the past. We can't control the past, but we can control our future. And it was more opportunities and more chances to keep winning down the stretch that we got.
What did you see on Davis's touchdown run?
Man, I seen the guy that was understood the situation. Very smart player. Understood that we needed to score to win the game. We needed points, and he went down there and did exactly that. Man, I'm proud of him, man.
You changed the offensive line a lot. You had 2 injuries, and you guys shook it up. How do you feel like those guys stepped in? How do you guys play together?
I feel like we played very, very, very well together, man. It don't matter who went in, who went out. Coach Popovich does a great job of making sure that all 5 guys understand the game plan and make sure that we go out there and execute at a high level. So I felt like we had a really good week of preparation, tests, studying, walkthroughs, and practice, and it all just came together today.
Is there anything this week that made you as a team feel like when things got kind of shaky that you guys could still win it?
I mean, it's football, man. You gonna get 3 and out. Somebody gonna get a flag. Like, it's just all about perseverance. Like, just looking forward. If you just sit there and dwell on it, it's gonna sit there and it's affect the whole team. So after the first time we met, not messed up, but I think it was our second drive or something like that. I told the guys to keep. When Davis threw a pick, I said, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep firing. We're gonna protect you. It doesn't matter. It's football, bro. It's gonna happen. So I'm glad we got it done today.
What can you say about what Trent was able to do today? Hadn't played a game in over a year at this point. He goes out there and has a real solid game.
Man, I look up to Trent, man. Like, if you go back and watch his film, bro, he's one of the best tackles to ever do it. For a guy to have an injury like that for a whole year, and come back and play at a high level, man, that goes to how much hard work he put in to get his body right. And I see him every day doing extra stuff in your body. He'd come up to me and tell me, hey, you need to stretch more, and stuff like that. So having a guy like that, a big brother, a mentor, who helps me out, man, it's nothing but a blessing, man. I couldn't ask for a better fit, man.
Tay, big picture, you guys really had to have this game. You go to 3-6, and people can, you wouldn't be mathematically eliminated, but effectively, it would have been very hard for you to get back in the wild card hunt. Now you could get in the mix. How do you feel about what it did for you guys, this game?
Me personally, I don't focus on none of that record-wise. I just try to go out there and do my job. All we, as a team, all we can focus on is the now. And now, today was to go out there, the objective was to go out there and win the game, no matter what the situation was. And we did that.
If you do it again, who knows?
Yep, yes, sir.